Well, the Mobile Bay National Estuary Program wants your feedback. It's hosting community meetings focusing on the western shore of Mobile Bay and how to manage the care and use of those lands. This morning we have Kelly Barfoot here to tell us all about it. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Of course, we're excited you're here. Now we want to talk about this area of land specifically and where it is.
So a watershed management plan is an area of land where the water within it that's not naturally absorbed into the ground flows to a certain body of water. So these assessments look at what are the conditions of the area, such as is there an increase in pollution or flooding? Is there shoreline erosion? And so once these assessments are complete, then the watershed management plan is developed. These watershed management plans end up being a lot of times a lot of scientific information that sometimes isn't understandable to the general public. But what is understandable to the public is how are things affecting them personally? And that's the purpose of these community meetings. We want to know how are things in your area that you're seeing affecting you, whether it's I used to hunt and fish at a particular location and I can't do that anymore, or whether I used to take my kids to a certain shoreline along Mobile Bay and it's not there anymore. And so these input that we get from the community not only helps to guide the watershed planning process, but also helps to guide what recommended projects come out of the plans.
Right. So this is extremely important for us here on the Gulf Coast. Now we want to talk about what specific area of land are we talking about? Are we talking about the whole entire Gulf Coast or just a small portion?
We have two areas that we're focusing on now. One is the western shore area, which runs from Brookley to the Dauphin Island Causeway. And the second area is the Little Lagoon, Gulf Shores, and Orange Beach area.
So definitely keep that in mind. This is so important for us. We were just talking earlier. They're really trying to get our input to help better our community, our land that we spend time on with our families or with our friends, anything like that. So this is really important. Now we want to talk about the money that you guys put into it, because you definitely want to get the input from the community.
Yes, and like I said, the community input really guides the recommended projects, and we have and will continue as the National Estuary Program to spend millions of dollars across the two coastal counties on environmental projects, and we want to make sure that we're spending those dollars wisely and we're spending them on what the community is most important, what matters to them most.
Of course. Now they have two big meetings and events coming up in February, correct?
Yes. The first one is Monday, February 3rd from 5:30 to 7 at the Pelican Reef Restaurant at the Foul River Marina. And the second is February 10th from 5:30 to 7 at the Hollinger's Island Baptist Church. And those two meetings will focus on the western shore area. And if you live in Baldwin County and you're interested in the Little Lagoon, Gulf Shores, and Orange Beach area, that meeting is going to be February the 6th at 6 p.m. at the Gulf State Park Learning Center.
So keep that in mind. Now these meetings, what do they actually look like? Is this more of a conversation? Do you need to get up and say your concerns, things like that?
We have it set up right now where we have our consultants that we hired, which is Goodwin Mills and Kaywood and Geosyntech for the Baldwin County plan, and they do a short presentation about what are some of the issues that they have recently found, whether it's flooding or litter or shoreline erosion. And then we turn it over to the group and we have breakout sessions, and so you have a facilitator at that table that you can personally talk to, tell your stories, tell them what's happening in your backyard or in areas that you used to frequent and things that you would like to see happen as well.
Where is the website online that they can find more information?
You can find more information at our website, which is mobilebaynep.com.
Okay, Kelly, thank you so much. Of course, this is really important for us here on the Gulf Coast to keep our lands clean and safe. Coming up, all about the Go Teal and White campaign with some important tips that could be life-saving. It's all coming up on Studio 10.